Queen Letizia pushes Queen Sofia away from Princess Leonor and block her. A family, a church, a blessing, but then, a push. Not gentle, not hidden, shocking, unthinkable. The Queen of Spain, blocking her own mother-in-law, pushing Queen Sofia away from Princess Leonor. Why? And what does this moment mean for Spain's royal family? The scene unfolded after Easter Mass in Palma de Mallorca. The cathedral doors opened, cameras flashed. The royal family walked into the bright Mediterranean sun. The moment should have been serene. A family united in faith. A queen guiding her daughters. A grandmother embracing her grandchildren. But instead, the world saw tension explode. Queen Sofia, the beloved former queen, reached to hold Princess Leonor. A grandmother's instinct. A tender gesture. But Queen Letizia, wife of Felipe VI, mother of Leonor, moved swiftly. She blocked. She shielded. She pushed. The images shocked millions. The videos went viral. And questions ignited. Was this just a misunderstanding? Or a glimpse into deeper conflict inside Spain's royal household? To understand, we must step back. 2 women, 2 queens, 1 throne. Queen Sofia, graceful, dignified, the matriarch who stood beside King Juan Carlos for decades. Through scandals, through politics, through Spain's transition to democracy, she was a constant. She embodied the monarchy's survival. But her husband's scandals shattered public trust. Juan Carlos fled into exile. And with him, part of Sofia's authority faded. Enter Queen Letizia, modern, outspoken, a former journalist, not born into royalty but into Spain's middle class. She married Felipe in 2004, bringing with her a sharp mind, a new vision, and a fierce sense of independence. She would not play the silent consort. She would not allow tradition to overshadow her daughters. Especially Leonor, the heir. And so, beneath the smiles, tension simmered. Old guard versus new guard. Tradition versus modernity. Sofia's attachment to her granddaughters versus Letizia's protective instinct as mother and queen. When Sofia tried to pose for photos with Leonor and Infanta Sofia, it should have been a sweet moment. But Letizia saw something else. She moved quickly. She blocked the shot. Her hand went up. She whispered something sharp. Leonor flinched. Cameras caught everything. A private family struggle, exposed in public. Fans gasped. Commentators debated. Was Letizia protecting her daughters from media intrusion? Or was she preventing Sofia from claiming the spotlight? And here's where curiosity deepens. Why would Letizia act so fiercely? Because she knows history. She knows what happened to Felipe's father. She knows how scandals, photographs, and public perception can destroy a monarchy. She is determined to protect her daughters, especially Leonor, from being used, from being manipulated, from being pulled into a narrative she cannot control. But Sofia, she sees things differently. For her, public appearances are the lifeblood of monarchy. A royal must be seen, must be photographed, must connect with the people through image. For decades, she smiled through duty. To her, a grandmother's photo with her granddaughter is not intrusion, it is tradition. 2 visions, colliding in a single second. And Princess Leonor caught in the middle. Imagine her feelings. A teenager, heir to a throne, standing between a protective mother and a loving grandmother. Cameras rolling, fans shouting, the world watching. Her body language told the story. A step back, a look of discomfort, a silent plea for peace. This was not just a family squabble. It was symbolism. Spain saw 2 queens, 2 generations, 2 visions of royalty clash in public. And the debate still rages. Some fans defended Letizia. They said, she is a mother first. She has every right to shield her daughters. In an age where every photograph is dissected, where every image becomes gossip, she must be vigilant. Others defended Sofia. They saw her as the victim of disrespect. A grandmother denied the simple joy of holding her granddaughter. A queen emerita humiliated in front of cameras. But beneath this clash lies a bigger question: what does this mean for Princess Leonor? Because one day soon, she will ascend the throne. And the way her mother and grandmother battle over her image shapes the path she walks. Let us look deeper. Queen Letizia has always been cautious with her daughter's exposure. School photos are controlled. Public appearances limited. When Leonor gave her first speech at the Cervantes Institute, Letizia orchestrated every detail. She believes less exposure equals more dignity. But Sofia's philosophy is the opposite. She raised Felipe in the constant gaze of the public. For her, monarchy survives through visibility. To vanish is to lose relevance. So when the two approaches collided in Palma de Mallorca, sparks flew. The crowd cheered. The cameras rolled. But inside, the family fracture widened. What happened after? Reports say King Felipe tried to calm the situation. He stood between his wife and his mother. His face serious, his hands gesturing for calm. But his silence spoke volumes. He was torn. Between loyalty to his mother and solidarity with his wife. Between the old monarchy and the new. Royal insiders whispered of deeper tensions. Sofia allegedly felt sidelined by Letizia. Letizia allegedly resented Sofia's attempts to insert herself into Leonor's upbringing. Court gossip painted the picture of two queens locked in a quiet power struggle, with Leonor as the prize. And the public, they saw their royal family not as perfect figures but as human. Flawed, emotional, struggling with the same family dynamics everyone knows, mothers and daughters-in-law clashing. Generational conflict, the desire to protect children, the wish to preserve tradition. But the stakes here are higher. Because Leonor is not just a granddaughter. She is Spain's future. Every image of her shapes the monarchy's image. Every gesture defines her narrative. So when Letizia pushed Sofia away, the world did not just see a physical block. They saw symbolism. The new Spain pushing away the old. The modern monarchy blocking the past from touching the future. And yet, the story did not end there. Days later, images surfaced of Leonor embracing Sofia warmly. Smiling, hugging, reassuring Spain that love still flows through the family. Some called it damage control. Others called it genuine reconciliation. But one thing was clear, the tension had been acknowledged. And the world would never forget. This incident has become legend in royal watching circles. It is replayed, analyzed, debated endlessly. Was Letizia right? Was she wrong? Did she overprotect? Did she disrespect? The debate continues because the moment taps into universal themes. Family conflict, boundaries, the struggle between generations, the tug of war over children. For Spain, it also taps into fears about monarchy's survival. If even queens cannot maintain harmony, what hope does the institution have? And yet, perhaps this moment also humanized them. It showed that even in palaces, even under crowns, families struggle. Mothers argue. Grandmothers insist. Children shrink away. The difference is that in this case, the whole world was watching. Now, years later, Princess Leonor is stepping into her destiny. Training in the military, studying for her future role, carrying the weight of Spain on her shoulders. But the echoes of that Easter Sunday remain. The world remembers the push, the block, the glance of discomfort, and they wonder, how did it shape her? Did it make her stronger? Did it make her more cautious? Did it teach her that family and duty can clash in the blink of an eye? Queen Letizia remains steadfast. Her daughters remain shielded, though slowly entering the public stage. Queen Sofia remains loved, respected as the grandmother of Spain's monarchy. And Leonor, she remains the symbol of the future. But one question lingers. When she becomes queen, whose philosophy will guide her? Will she follow her mother's path of protection and control? Or her grandmother's path of visibility and tradition? The answer will shape the monarchy for decades to come. That is why one push, one block, one tense moment matters so deeply. It was not just a family quarrel. It was a glimpse of the battle for Spain's future. And so, the image remains burned in memory. Queen Letizia's hand. Queen Sofia's stunned face. Princess Leonor caught between. The monarchy at a crossroads. The story of Spain, told in a single gesture. The world will never